Hey everyone, it is Jack again with Toy Dojo, and today we're taking a look at the X-Transbots Master X Series 86 MX-13 Berserker Scout Crackup. That was a lot to say, but that's exactly what it says on top of that box right there. Now, this is X-Transbots' take on a Masterpiece styled breakdown from the Stunticons, and there's the box right in front of us. And speaking about the box is pretty small, but that's not a bad thing. Just to kind of show you, here is my Dinobot Snarls Power of the Prime box there. And you can see that the box is shorter than the card that's on the back of the packaging there. And it's not as wide as the bubble either. So pretty small, but not too bad. That saves on shipping and, you know, extra pricing and all that for a bigger box. The box itself is real nice. It's got nice artwork here on the front, nice lightning kind of in the background. The back shows the same thing. This one has actually just like his silhouette of lightning, which is really cool right there. Hopefully they make them all like this and make it into maybe a different, a big picture. That'd be kind of cool. And then when you're in your lane, there's no traffic. That's cool. And then on the side here is the tech specs. If you want to read that, pause it, go ahead. We don't need that little red decoder card, because I think we can see that blue line right through there. 1 through 10 on that, plus all of his stats right there. So a really cool looking box on the bottom. It shows an earlier, probably just a prototype coloring of him right there, which is more white, whereas the actual figure itself is more of a cream color. People call it flesh color. You know, maybe like a frappuccino or a cappuccino type color is what they went for here. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but for me, it grew on me, and it doesn't really bother me all that much. So let's get the box out of the way, and let's take a look at him right there in front. You are too much in the way. And there he is. But before we do that, let's look at his accessories. So he comes with his pistol right here. It's a nice blue pistol that does fold away like this. So you got the pistol. Nothing so special about that. He comes with a screwdriver and an extra faceplate right there, which I haven't taken out of the bag because, you know, I just don't want to. But there is the extra face right there that you can easily change out, and we'll show you how that changes out once we get into transformation. He comes with that little credit card type plastic bio card right here, which I do like to collect these right here. And then he comes with these, what's got to be the world's smallest instruction booklet right there. I mean, I can fit that into the palm of my hand, really. And just to kind of show you even more, here is that collector's card. And you can see that it's actually shorter than the collector's card and just barely wider than it. So really tiny instruction booklet, but again, if they're making everything else smaller, why not, right? Good instructions. Small, you have to kind of look in there if you want to see what exactly they're pointing to. But in Chinese, and then I think that's Chinese, I'm sure it is. And then in English, so that's cool. And really good instructions in this booklet right here, which is good. Now, the one thing about this figure is it does not have a, what's it called? A limb transformation for him. So I think they're going to go with, and I don't know 100% sure, but I'm positive, or for me anyways, I haven't heard anything, but I'm pretty sure they're going to go with the way it was in the G1 cartoon, where the card just jumps up and slaps on the arm or the leg, and, you know, that's that. So it would make sense. It'd be kind of cool. Some people may not like that. Others will. You know, the third-party guys and just in general, Transformer creators and other figure creators can never please everybody at once. You know, people are going to want it, people are going to hate it. So, you know, to each their own. I think that's going to be a cool looking thing, so we're going to see how it turns out. So anyways, there's the car in front of us right there, and it is molded after the Countach, I believe is the way you pronounce the Lamborghini that's molded after, and it looks really good. To show comparisons, here is my G2 Sideswipe, which has the exact same mold because they're the same kind of Lamborghinis there. And they did spot on. everything looks pretty much identical. Just the brakes are different in certain spots here. This has brakes more than this does up here. That's because it becomes a chest piece. The spoiler splits, the spoiler doesn't. So the underside looks very similar. This pieces here look just like this over here. The backs look almost similar too. Only difference is this is just one piece, and that got too bright. That's one spoiler piece right there, whereas this one is split up into two. But these look the same. Obviously, this says the Countach. They didn't put it on there, nor did they put on the little Lamborghini logo. So it's really cool. I dig that they made this into the exact same mold as this. I mean, everything right down to, you know, these pieces right here, the wheels, the rims, the shapes, everything. I mean, they nailed it. So I think they did a great job at doing this. And, you know, you really can't tell what's inside here. I know what that is. That's his head, or the back of his head, but you really can't tell. Whereas on here, you can tell that that's his head right there for sure by looking at it. But inside this one, you really can't tell what's all going inside there. So that's cool. It's really neat. And again, I know the color throws everybody off, but they maybe should have went with the lighter color. But you know what? They did this for whatever reasons they wanted to. And, you know, I'm okay with it now. At first, it was kind of bugging me, but I don't know. Having it in hand, it's actually looking really good. So I can't really complain about that. I also like how they did the rubber tires instead of the plastic ones. And on the plastic ones, you don't get a whole lot of detailing there. You get, you know, this kind of little detailing on the side right there. But then on these guys, you get like full-on treads to where it actually looks like a real tire. So that's cool. I like just that attention to detail is really neat right there. And they roll really well, and he rolls very well too. This stuff does go together very well, but I just didn't get it all pushed together in. So let's show you how he rolls. Let's get this together here. Let's hear you roll, and then him roll. You can tell the difference in the tires too. So rolls really well. No clearance issues on the bottom right there. As low as the ground of this car is, there's no clearance issues. So really, really done very well. And let me see. I'm going to bring in Toy World Devastator right here. Just because he is going to be a combiner. And my biggest combiner I have is this Toy World Devastator. And I won't be able to get all the way up, but just going to focus in on the legs right here to kind of show the size. Now, obviously, Devastator's legs are a lot larger, and but as well they should be. I think that since they are construction vehicles, they are going to be bigger than a Lamborghini. Lamborghini's going to be a lot lower profile, and probably just smaller. So now, obviously, this is pulled out, but you get the idea on the dump truck or the mixer, and then on the front end loader right there. Again, I think it's about right scale. So I don't think it'll look so bad just kind of slapped on as an arm or a leg, however it's going to be. And I think it's okay. So let's pull Devi out to the side again. And he's a heavy dude, but I love that Toy World Devastator. And all right, that is it. Let's get a transformation, shall we? So to start off, let me tilt my camera down right there. To start off, we're going to go ahead and just take these, and you got these back pieces right here. Flip that up there. Flip this one up right here. Get those out of the way, and then we're going to come over here to the windows and pop these open. The one thing I guess I should talk about real quick first is kind of the paint job on it. So one little kind of errors I saw, you can kind of see right there where it looks kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't look smooth. So I don't know, maybe that was an overspray on this. You can kind of see it up there. You can see it down here on the bottom, or maybe it was an overspray, or like it got sprayed, but it just didn't smooth out. So has minor stuff, you know, but I just like to point that out so people get it. They're like, well, I didn't know he was going to have that kind of stuff, you know. And then over here on the window, it looks like the tint here kind of either wasn't there or maybe came off or something. So that one little spot right there, as far as for imperfection goes. I think they probably could have just painted this gray right there or silver to give it more of a mirrored look. But that's something we can easily do, just get some silver paint there and paint that up. But overall, just nice detailing on this figure. Anyways, I thought I'd mention that. Let's get back to transformation. So let's pull these off again. We're going to pop these doors open like this. And then come to the back. And I like to spin this spoiler around just to kind of take a look at this. But we got to pop these open right here as well. because this pegs into these here, and you don't want to start pulling stuff off and then break those tabs there. And that's the one thing I will say about this figure. So this is going to only be my third time transforming it. I transformed it. It came in robot, or it came in car mode. I transformed it to robot mode. Then I put it back into car mode, and then now I'm going to transform it to robot mode for the second time. Transformation is not difficult at all. You can get it easily, and it's made really well. So no time during the transformation did I feel like anything was going to break. It's got enough die cast in him and nice plastic. The plastic quality is great to where I didn't feel like anything was going to break at all. So, all right, just kind of pull these to the side. So pop these guys up right here as well. Pop them up as well. And as we pull that to the side, you want to get this piece right here, which pegs in. Let me zoom in there. That pegs in right there. You're going to pick this piece up and kind of have to get, like, I get my pinky right there and just pry that backwards like that to free that up right there. And once you pull all this to the side, like this, open that up. This actually is going to pull away from the back of it. Just pop that up like, and the spoiler comes off. So don't worry if that happens. It's meant to do that. I guess if you wanted to take it off to transform, you can, but you don't have to. You just leave it on there like that. And then just take this piece here, and that's going to pull away just like that. So it was down like that. Let me do it again. So I think I got that off camera there. But that was down like that, snapped over, and you just pop that up just like that. And so that kind of groove right there sits over these spots right here. Okay? So there that is right there. Take these, and let's go ahead and fold these up and out of the way for right now. Get those up and out of the way. Coming over here, pull these legs down like this. Fold that leg down like this. And then these will slide in right here at that kind of knee joint there. Just going to slide all the way in until they kind of snap into place. One there, one there as well. Coming down here, you take this foot, just kind of move it over. And you're going to fold this window down right inside there like this. Same thing over here. Let's just do that. We'll do it all at once. Fold that one down into there like so. And then these are going to fold away right into here. So just take that, fold it up, and when you do, that's on a slider. It's slid up like that when he's in his car mode. Just take that and slide that right down just like so. Okay? So take it, fold it, slide it down. Good to go. You can come down here, fold the foot down, pull out the heel spur. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that this is pulled over all the way. Let's see, which way is it? Yeah. On this way, you got to pull it all the way over to this black piece right here. So in the vehicle form, they're pushed in this way in order to fit. In bot mode, you want to pull it all the way over like that, closer to this, and then go ahead and make the foot like that. So same thing on this side, just take that, slide it over, pull the foot here, heel spur there. Coming over to this piece here, flip that open like that, flip that one open. Same, fold this one down like this. So now you got it looking like this. And that's all going to fold down once here. So you fold this straight down and then use this hinge right here to fold that down again. And that's going to go down like so. That's going to sit right there and beside that. And then over here, this peg right here will go into that peg slot right there. Fold it over like that and peg it in. That fits nicely around that wheel well. So you got one leg done. Same thing on the other side. Again, let's just open this stuff up here. Open that up right there. Fold that down. Get this, flip it down again. And where this was going, that's just going to kind of press right there to kind of sit beside that cream color piece right there. And take that over, fold it, peg it in. And now you got his legs almost done. You're going to want to flip over at the waist, flip it around, and then at the thighs, flip them around again like that and like that. And now that's going to be the front of the robot right there. Okay? So now we're going to go and start working on the top piece. So first thing you want to do on the top piece here is you want to take this right here, it's pegged in. So it's pegged in there, and just unpeg all of this. So take it. It pegs in really well, which is good. So you unpeg all that. That'll pull this whole back piece off right here. And now you're left with showing the head right there. So we're going to take these and then the arms. Okay, so when you're putting this back together into bot mode, I want to mention this, or into robot mode, I want to mention this because I think it's important. These actually peg in right inside there. So you can see that right there. that peg goes into that there. So when you do the arms, you got to make sure they peg, because if not, you're not going to get anything to fit in right. So you got to make sure they peg in. And then when you have the hands, the fingers are pointed inside facing each other. But you also want to make sure that they're kind of rotated to where they're slanted down. So that way this piece here, or the foot rather piece, flips up and it'll sit inside there. Because if not, you won't get everything sit in right. So you want these kind of slanted down so you can all fit in there just right. Okay. I thought I'd mention that, so that way when you transform it back, you'll be able to get it without any issues. So open this up, just get all that done and out of the way. Pull the arms down and out of the way, like so. That was too close there. The arms were there, all I did was just pull them down like that and like that. Let's get down a little bit more. And then we can go ahead and flip this piece down right there. And there goes his head. So his head, that's that piece that we saw in the car mode there through the windshield of his head right there. Now, in order to change out that face piece, all you want to do is get this out of the way so you can see. That's number one. But take that screwdriver, take that screw out right there, pop that face off, put the other face in, screw it back in, good to go. This will close down and peg into those two spots right there, just like that. And we're working with magic here. All right, next thing we're going to do is you're going to take this and just slide this piece down like that. That way that goes in together. And these will flip up like this. Inside here are two little arms. See that little arm there? That flips open like that. Same thing over here. Flip this little arm piece out right there. Just going to get those up because that's going to peg into the shoulder pieces here and keep them locked into place. So let's go and do the hands first and the arms. So take that, just kind of flatten that out like so. And then fold this over once, twice, 3 times a lady. Okay, it's an old song. All right, so that's that. Take the fist, flip it around like that. Do the same thing over here. Flip it, down, spin it, smack it, flip it, bop it. I used to be pretty good at that game. All right, so get these, and then again, these are going to come down and peg into or slide into these little grooves that are right there to keep these shoulders from just kind of going this way, okay? So those come down, get them and push them down. Now I will say, if you mess with it a lot, you know, if you this is supposed to bend like this, okay? But if you keep pushing it up, that's going to pop off. So make sure you don't want to do that, because then you're going to be like, oh, I think he's popping off. Well, that's the reason why, all right? So now we're getting somewhere. We're almost done. So let's go ahead and we're going to focus on this backpack here. So take this, just pull this away like so. And this is going to flip down like this. And these pieces here are going to fold down just like so. And you want to take these pieces here, fold that in, take the other one, fold it in like that. And get this and just fold that down just like that. All right. Now up here, you're going to notice there's a peg hole right there. That's going to go into the underside of his kind of neck area, right down there. That blue peg right there. So just take it, get it. It helps if you kind of pull up on that spot right there, and just take that and put it underneath of it. Hopefully you saw that. And then that's just going to peg into that spot right in there, just like that. Okay? And that's going to keep this whole backpack from coming off, which I thought was a good use of that. So that's cool. All right. These pieces here, you're going to take them and flip them around like that. Flip that one around just like this. Take this. The spoiler is going to spin around. Oh, he has it on his back like that. These peg into those two spots right there, just like that. All this comes up, and you're going to get all this and just make sure that it just sits in there just nice and flush. You go where I told you to go, which is right there. And then these, just take it, put it down, put that kind of down like that. Like that, I say. How come you're not doing what I tell you to do, man? Stay right there. Let's see. Oh, that's what it was. Gotta get this and fold it down more right there at that hinge to get it lowered. Okay. There we go. That's better. All right. And there he is in his robot mode. And he's a nice robot mode, I think. I think it's still not doing it right over here. What's your deal, man? Everything's right on you. Why be such a little jerk? Oh, jerk face. That's good. Okay. So, robot mode. I think is a nice robot mode. The face is cool. I like the face. I think the face mode, or the face mode, that's not even a mode. The face sculpt, I think, is really good. I like the purple eyes on him. Red face, obviously, just the way Breakdown had it. And just good detailing on him. I mean, he's got some nice detailing here. He's got nice lineage there. So just nice detailing on him. I like how the tires hide away back here, right there. I think that was cool. Die-cast feet. These pieces here on the side are die-cast as well. And I can't remember where else they have die-cast on him. But he has some good weight to him. Really, really good weight. He weighs more than... And I'm going to pull him in already. Oh, I'll pull him in a second. But he weighs more than the Autobot MPs, the official ones. So like Sunstreaker and Sideswipe. He weighs more than them. I can tell just by the weight of him. So, but he looks good. Looks really good. The head itself can rotate around 360 like X-Assist. Can look up a little bit, not a whole lot. Can look down a pretty good amount. And then the arms themselves, again, the shoulders come up all the way right there. Rotates all the way around in circles like that. He's got an upper bicep swivel right there. Double jointed elbow bend right there. The wrist rotates as well, like that. Hand opens up. It's got just the pin right through the knuckles right there. Fingers are not articulated. Neither is the thumb. So you got that, just like your Masterpiece hands right there. He does have a, and see, that's what I was talking about. That pops up sometimes. So he does have a waist rotation right here. But it is limited due to the backpack. But it gives him an ab crunch, so then you get more room and you can spin him around like that if you want to have him look down like that. So a lot of good posability on this figure right there. The legs do move all the way up to the front like this, all the way to the back like that. He's got a nice, soft, but medium type ratchet right here going outwards, which you can hear, and very strong as well. Knee bends a little more than 90 degrees right there. The rotation is up at the thigh right there. I don't know why they did this. Like, I don't know why they have the break here. I don't know if they were thinking about maybe making that into the rotation there, like as a thigh swivel, but then they changed their mind and they just put this piece to fix it. I don't know, because I don't see it serving any other purpose than that, you know, but I could be wrong. Coming down to the feet, he does have side-to-side tilts on the ankles, but no forward or backwards on the ankles, and that's because they are made on that kind of bar right there. So you have to utilize the toe tilt and the heel spur in order to kind of get more posability out of that if you wanted to. The gun itself can easily fit into his hand, and that's what I forgot to show in car mode. Silly, silly me, but I'll talk about it here in a second. So that just pegs into his hand just like any regular Masterpiece gun does. And for me, it holds in very well. I don't have any issues with him falling out. He holds that gun very securely. So there's that. What I wanted to talk about in car mode that I just completely forgot to talk about was that the gun actually pegs in. You stand right there. The gun pegs in just like it would here. Now on here, they had it to where it would peg in right there. On him, it pegs in right here on this back piece, and it'll peg in into there. So the one thing I wish they would have done, which again, it's just something minor, but on the MPs, they made like a little, that's kind of like spring loaded. So when you push the gun in, it sticks in there, but then when you take the gun out, that said failed to load. I hope it didn't stop. Let me see. I don't know. We're going to go with it. It said failed to load for some reason on my phone. I don't know what that means. So hopefully it didn't stop. But if it did, I'm going to have to start all over again right here. So anyways, they give that spring-loaded thing so that way when you take the gun out, it kind of fills in that gap. Well, on his, just a hole, kind of like the way these two little holes are right there. So I think it would have been better if they would just kind of filled it in just to make it look a little more cleaner. But again, just a minor gripe. So there's that. Backpack, not too bad on the backpack here. The backpack actually sits pretty well. So not very bad at all. And let's take a look at him next to some other MPs. And we got MP Sideswipe right there. And MP Sunstreaker. And I love that Sunstreaker. Man, that was just my favorite out of all of them because it's just so cool. The engineering was awesome on this one here. I just love it. So, but looking at them, you can see they're the same size, height-wise there. As well they should be since they're all from the same Lamborghini style. And I would think that in the cartoon they transformed, they would be the same size, right? So, taking them out, let's bring in some Decepticons. Got my Hasbro Masterpiece Starscream right there. And I don't know what the scale is supposed to be with Decepticons, because I don't remember any episodes of the cartoons where they actually were all together. So, you know, like close up, I should say. There's with Soundwave, and here he is with my Infinite Transformation Masterpiece Megatron right there. And I think they look good together. I mean, I think he should be about that height. Again, if these guys are that height next to them, he should be the same. So here he is with them right there. I was rewatching the episode the other day where Megs made the Stunticons. And, man, he was really just having fun making them Stunticons. I feel like he could have worked for Ford or Chevy and made their vehicles for them. Although he probably would turn them to evil bots, but whatever. So there he is with both Loud Pedal and I forget his name here, Exhaust. There you go, MP Exhaust. So, again, same height as even the Decepticon vehicles, which obviously these came as Autobot vehicles first, but same height on them. And I think they look good together. I like the way those look. And then last but not least, we're going to bring in Devi again, just to kind of show what he looks like now next to Devi. Tour World Devi, that is. And there he is. Again, smaller. Devastator would pick him up and crush him. But we'll see when it all said and done. We'll see how he looks with his other bots. And when they combine up, we're going to see if he's as big as this Toy World Devi is. Toy World Devi stands at about 20 to 20 and a half inches tall. Don't know how tall he's going to be, but I would guess it's going to be similar to that, is my guess anyways. Anyways, I'm going to put a link in the description below where you guys can order him from if you would like. Toy Dojo has theirs in stock. Get them while you can. Again, $40 is a great price, I think, for this figure. You can go out and spend a lot more money for a figure that's not going to be near as good the quality as this one. You know, and I'm not going to say any names there, but, you know, this one here is good. Really good, actually. Plastic quality is great. Die-cast metal is awesome. Again, I don't feel like anything was going to break. Even these, which are small pieces here for the arms, I don't feel like they were going to break at all. Like nothing on this would ever feel like, oh man, that's going to break. I don't know about this. You know, I just think they did a good job. Really good job. And these will be my Stunticons. I know that DX9 is creating some, but theirs are taller, way taller than them. And for me, I just think they were a little bit too tall. So I'm going with these guys here. And they're going to be my MP Stunticons. So, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video and like what I do, please give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, that would be great. Thanks for watching as always, you guys. And until next time, stay safe.